Dime qué es lo que esperas. Dime qué quieres ver.
Hello beautiful ones, how are you all doing on this horrible old Monday morning? If you're new to my channel, I'm Joseph. This channel is the House of Joseph, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Now then beautiful ones, in today's tutorial, it's more of a sort of a hybrid between a review and a tutorial, because I'm going to be trying this one today. And this is the Vine. See my hand shaking? It always shakes at this time of morning. It's only coming up to 8 AM and I've probably had about 1,000 cups of tea or coffee, so it's just caffeine. I'm not nervous or anything like that. I used to get really, really nervous when filming for YouTube, and it's silly because there's no one else watching you other than yourselves. Do you know what I mean when you're filming? But right, waffling. Shall I talk about this one other than my filming nerves? And yeah, okay, I'll do that. Sorry guys. This is the Vinyl Ink 24-hour Superstay, or just Superstay. There's no 24-hour or anywhere written on this package. And this is, I think it's a lip stain, something like that. However, today we're going to be using this in a variety of different ways to impart a rosy glow onto these 50-year-old cheeks of mine. So if that sounds like something you guys want to find out more about or watch, stay tuned. But before we do any of that, beautiful ones, I've been spending quite a bit of money in Superdrug and Boots and all of those sort of shops that we love. Sainsbury's particularly as well. Sainsbury's has a beauty section, and Savers, I've been into Savers quite a bit as well. And I'm trying this one at the moment, which is a beard softener. Yeah, it's beard conditioner and face moisture. Is it? Oh yeah. Sorry. I just suddenly thought, have I got the wrong product here? Is this just a facial moisturizer? It is actually for beards. So can you see that? Beard conditioner. And this is like a leave-in conditioner, which you can you just apply onto a dry or a damp beard after you've had a wash, or just whenever, basically. There's no rules really. It's not, nothing says. And I'll just read the description out to you guys, shall I? And this is called Beard Conditioner Face Moisturizer. So I got that bit right. This grooming lotion is great for any kind of facial hair, from stubble to newfound beards and full-on manly beards. That's me, isn't it? A manly man with a manly beard. A little bit sparse, but hey, it took 20 years to grow that. No, it didn't really. It contains menthol to help reduce itch and irritation at those early stages, and a unique blend of natural oils of avocado, argan, and jojoba, recognised for their moisturising properties. It's good, isn't it? Gentle enough for daily use, to help care for the skin at the base of the beard whilst helping to soften your beard. How many times are we going to say beard today? So all I'll do is I'll just, as I say, I have been using this, so I tend to get 2 pumps of him. That my one objection to it is the smell. It is, I guess you could say it does smell quite manly. It's got a sort of does anyone know the fragrance Dupe? I don't know who makes Dupe. I think Dupe makes Dupe, but you know, Joop, as opposed to Dupe. Right, shall I? Yeah, okay, sorry. So, yeah, and as I was saying, the only objection I have is the smell. So just rub your hands together and then just pull it through. And I like to work upwards. I guess it smells quite nice. The only trouble is I was out and about in town yesterday, obviously, getting bits and pieces in for reviewing and for filming. And I put my regular blend of Old Spice on with a little bit of the Taylors of Old Bond Street, you know, the sandalwood scent. And all I could smell was this. So, do you know what I mean? So it just seemed a bit, it's not an overpowering scent, but it just took away the pleasant smell of Old Spice. And this man is waffling. Shall I carry on and get some of that old ink stuff on these old chops? I'll do that. Sorry. I should have said, guys, this is £1 for 300 mils. You just can't go wrong. I mean, £1. And I got 3 of these. I got 2 for someone else and 1 for myself. And we got beard oils as well. And they sell shampoos for beards. And Savers is a great shop. If you can, I don't think you have Savers in America. I know you'll have an equivalent of Kmart. I'm just grabbing at stores now. Do you know what I mean? Right. Okay. So £1 for this one, 300 mils. Great stuff. It's also prudent of me, guys, to point out him. Can you see? Him, little bugger. It appeared yesterday, and I am reviewing my very first skincare item for you beautiful ones. It is the Superdrug Extra Strength Retinol Serum, 0.3% retinol in there, niacinamide bakuchiol, and you're supposed to use it to start off once a week, and then you can build up to twice a week, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what's happening, and that's why I've got that spot there, and I'm using bakuchiol gel. And at the end of the review, I'll do a DIY bakuchiol gel, because I've done the bakuchiol serum, haven't I? So my skin will nosedive hugely, and my nose will no longer resemble a chewed toffee, but it will start to resemble a macerated toffee. And up until that point, I'd been using my facelift in a bottle, which, again, I'll link that into the description of this video and the video of the skincare review. In a month's time, I'm going to give it a fair month trial. So, and I thought I might even try it once a day as opposed to once a week. So should I? Do you want me to do that or not? I mean, it would be more interesting, wouldn't it, if my skin suddenly becomes really inflamed and starts falling off in great big chunks, and I'll blame you once. No, I wouldn't do that. But, I'll always have my nicotine spray as a backup. And my neck was quite red and sore this morning from a shave I did. And I just put some spritz of that one on, and it's taken the redness right down. So beautiful ones. Today we're having a close look at this is by Maybelline New York, and this is called the Superstay Vinyl Ink, and this is in shade Unrivalled, which is a sort of a burgundy mauve-ish sort of colour. And I thought that because there were about, I think 10 or 12 shades in, I think I got it from Boots, about £10. Could have been a little bit more, could have been nearer 15, so something around 20, 23 US dollars. And I was after something which wasn't too matte, not too shiny or too shimmery for my cheeks. And I just thought I may as well try a lipstick as opposed to a blusher which possibly has loads of shimmer in. And I guess that this one would have no shimmer, and it would just be a pure sort of colour. However, we'll slap it on this old face of mine and we'll see how it holds up, shall we? And because I know nothing about this product, this could be a blind review, couldn't it? Sorry, itchy V. What do you call that area there? That sort of V sort of part of the beard. A landing strip, I think, or something. I don't really know, but I'm just making stuff up now, aren't I? Typical me. And what was I saying? About just not knowing anything about it, because I wasn't too sure whether I was going to do a blind review on this, but I probably will. I mean, at the end of the video, the tutorial, we could always look at the website and just see whether my findings marry up with the claims. But I was watching Steffi Saxon-Wolford last night, in fact, and she used a bright red one of these on her lips, and it just looked a little bit patchy, and she said herself it looked patchy. And I thought that rather than throwing it away, do you know what I mean? Why can't we just use it for something else? So if it stands up as a a cheek stain today, we could be onto a bit of a win here, couldn't we, guys? It was definitely Boots I got this from, because can you see it's got a piece of sellotape around it, and it's got a security sticker and another one on it as well. So it was only about £15, but I guess that they're and I've already what I did is I slid a knife down inside the sellotape, pulled it across just to slice it through, just to make it nice and easy for opening up for you guys. So there's the offending article, and I hate things like that, really winds me up. And so in my hand I can see a mauve plastic cartridge with the word vinyl embossed on the front and the side of the tube, and as I said, it's a mauve sort of colour, and I think that the shade of the tube reflects the colour of the product inside. So I just need to go and get rid of that one, and I've got my trusted J-cloth. And when you're trying to remove stickers from something, use a J-cloth which has got a little bit of washing up liquid in it. Sorry, there's a bubble or something flying around. Why have I got bubbles flying around? Oh, it's a piece of fluff. I thought it was a bubble, but it's not. It's a fluff. But it could be a fairy, couldn't it, guys? What am I talking about? So if you're like me and you get a bit anal about sticky messes picking up fluff and germs and stuff like that, just put a tiny dollop of washing up liquid on the end of a damp J-cloth, just rub it and it should come off. Failing that, try some WD-40. Tip heavy today, aren't we, beautiful ones? That's me, tip heavy Joseph. So beautiful. And should we get some of this on the back of my hand to start off with? So once I've described a product, I then try it on the back of my hand. So there's the doe foot, and it is exactly the same shade as a tube, isn't it? So put some of him on there, put the lid on him, otherwise he will go everywhere. Right, oh, bloody hell. The sticker's sticking to the tube now. I know that's what they're for, but do you know what I mean? Come on, please. I mean, that was ridiculous to get into, wasn't it? I was struggling for nearly 5 hours. No, a bit dramatic, about 2 seconds, but right. So, very sort of cocoa-y sort of smell to it, or a coconutty, vanilla sort of smell, I guess. I don't know if it's fragranced or not, but let's just blend that one in, shall we? Wow, it feels really, really, really sticky and a little bit gloopy. Do you know what I mean? But I guess that's quite a nice colour, isn't it, guys? And what I just need to clean fingers. And what I was after was something which is going to basically replicate a natural flush. And when I was in Sainsbury's, because I bought that from Boots yesterday, and then I went down to Sainsbury and there's like this little basket with bargain stuff in, and that one was in there, and it was already open, so I slapped a little bit on that cheek and then that cheek, rubbed it in, and then minced around the shop trying to look gorgeous, failing dismally. And I actually took a little video, so I'll put that here just so you can see me, and I've slowed it down a little bit, and you can see how natural this actually looks on the face. But, oh, is that dried? No, it hasn't quite dried yet, so it's still a little bit tacky. And it's transferring onto, is it transferring or not? Let me just, if I use my thumb, is there something on, no, there's nothing on that thumb, is there? And just press onto there. Yeah, it's definitely transferring very, very, very slightly. But again, we need to give it a few minutes just to dry because these sort of, you know, these long wear formulate, spitting again. Just call me the spitting man, guys, why not? Yeah, no, these formulations which are designed to have longevity of wear over 24 hours, you've got to give them time to bond with the skin and let them dry down fully. So it's getting there. Still a little bit sticky though, but I love that colour. Maybe a little bit too purpley for chops, but smell, I don't, not particularly taken with it because I don't like the smell of vanilla anyway. It makes me physically want to, what, do you know what I mean? But, sorry, me and my peculiarities or my peccadillos, my scents, my peccadillos for scented makeup items. It keeps you on your toes, doesn't it, beautiful ones, I guess. Right, okay. So, should we talk about the colour a little bit more? It looks, and one of Steffi's issues with it was the fact it went quite patchy, and I guess you've got to work quite quickly with it. And I'll be trying this on bare skin. I won't be moisturising my skin or anything like that. So, you know, it probably will go all patchy. We'll try a little bit at first, and then we can always build up, can't we? And I thought that we could try with my highlighter brush, or we could even try to wet that, couldn't we? We could try with my soaking wet foundation brush. And there's even a sponge in there as well. So we'll try all 3 or 4 of those today. If you want, guys, why not? That's what we're here for, isn't it, beautiful ones? So I test things so you don't have to. Do you know what I mean? And then I can give you my honest opinion on them. And then you go out there and buy them or not, whatever the case may be. Just want to show you guys something really fascinating. I've only just found this out. So damp J cloth, yeah. Can you see that area there? It just looks pale blue, doesn't it? If that wasn't bonded to my skin, you would expect some of that to transfer onto there, wouldn't you? Now I'm going to rub that quite hard. Can you see that? It hasn't come off at all, and I am rubbing that really hard. Maybe just a touch has come off, but it's just incredible, incredible stuff. So yeah, but as I said, it doesn't contain silicones. I don't think. Don't quote me yet, but because until we look at the website, but it's got the same active the bonding agent that Mac's Face and Body has, and if I can, I'll find an image of that and pop that down there somewhere just for your reference, guys. But right, so should we try some of this on these old chops of mine? Why not? A little bit nervous, guys. I don't know why. Why am I getting anxious over a lip stain? And I think it is a lip stain, as I said. But right, what am I going to do with that? I'll just put it over here on the table. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting anxious, but just in case it doesn't work, I suppose. So, and I'll put this on the apple of my cheek, which is here. So, you know, directly underneath your eye. So just look forwards and then just draw, yeah, you know, you've heard me say that before. I mean, so I apply a little bit onto my old finger. I'll use that one. And I think that's probably too much there. So I'll just blend that on the back of my hand. Sorry, I should show you what I'm doing here. And we'll just start with a wash of colour just here. And this will last all day, guys. It really, really, really will. You've got to work quite quickly with this sort of stuff, though, because it starts to dry the second it touches your skin. And if you don't blend it in quickly, then you'll have patchy. Wow. Wow, I'm liking that. What do you reckon at home? Maybe a little bit too on the bluey sort of side, but again, I have got very cool sort of skin tones. So, yeah, no, I'm just put the lid on him if that's okay. Otherwise, he will again go absolutely everywhere because I am that clumsy, guys. You all know me by now, don't you? Right, let's have an inspection. Wow, can you see just the flush it's added? It's just added a very, very subtle sort of. Sorry, the camera's shaking a little bit. Sorry, it's all very crude setup here. Yeah, I've put a little bit too much on, haven't I? I thought that's what had happened, but yeah, I'm just loving the fact it just brings your skin to life because obviously skin when you've just come in from the cold or you've been doing exercise, healthy glowy skin has got a very slight pink tone to it, hasn't it? Wow. I'm loving that, and we used a very, 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 very small amount of that, didn't we? Come on, focus. That's it. I told you this is in shade Unrivalled, didn't I? And they did a very, very similar sort of, possibly a little bit more red, sort of a little bit paler as well. But this one was the one that screamed by me. So, you know, I'm not one to ignore those sort of urges to spend money. So, who is? Right. I might just put a little bit on this side now, and I'll put a little bit less on, shall I? I was a bit overzealous slapping it all over these old face before, but this time I'm just going to go and put a dot. And that, believe it or not, should be absolutely plenty. Just blend him in. Wow. Gorgeous. Falling for this stuff big time. And I would actually wear this to a date, not a date as such, perhaps an event or something. Not that I'm ever asked to anything because I'm not that famous. But hey ho, doesn't matter. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm doing it to help you beautiful ones out there. So now, do we resemble Marie Antoinette? Do we, guys? Are we entering 17th century Lady of Society territory yet? I think we're there, guys, aren't we? Come back here a little bit. Yeah, I've put too much on, haven't I? Again, so how are we going to try and water it down? Should we try with the fluffy brush? I can't see it making much difference putting it on dry, but I'll go and take a set of photos of me looking ridiculous now. Me looking a little bit like Aunt Sally off Wurzel Gummidge, but and again, I'll try and find a photo of, if you don't know who Wurzel Gummidge is, you won't know who Aunt Sally is, but she's the doll, a living doll, and she used to have these bright red circles of just pink cheeks, and it's what's giving me the vibes of Aunt Sally at the moment. I guess I could just powder over it, or I don't really know. Set of photos, and when I come back, we'll try with this one, shall we? Why not? Right, beautiful ones. Here's a set of photos. This one's me looking straight out of the window into natural daylight. Way too much on. Way too much. So I'll talk to you about what we're going to do and what I'm going to try in a minute, if that's okay. This one's me looking to the right. And by the way, I nicked my neck earlier when I was shaving, and there's a little bit of blood on my ear, but don't worry, I've cleaned it all up now, and I'm not bleeding to death. This one's me looking to the left. And finally, this one's me holding the camera above my head. Wow. And I am resembling Aunt Sally. I get that, guys. So what I thought I might do is, once we've tried with this brush, this is going to be quite a long tutorial, guys. So go and get yourselves a cup of tea, get your dressing gowns on, put the fire on, get yourself some snacks or something, because we're going to try this as well a little bit later on with this one. We'll try these two together, shall we? Might put a layer of him on first and then go in with this one, or I could mix them on the back of my hand. See, because this one needs diluting, doesn't it? Because obviously straight out of the cartridge, it's way too strong. So good though, you know, because it's concentrated, it will last you ages and ages and ages. And to remove it, guys, it got straight off the back of my hand and straight off my fingers. I just used a white washcloth, a little bit of soap on it, and it came off. So, you know, there's no issues there. So, sorry, moustache again is trying to drive me up the wall, and it's succeeding. So I'll get some of that on the back of that hand. Again, we don't want very much at all, do we? No, we don't, guys. So I'll go in with this one this time. I'm a bit worried it's going to stain it. It doesn't matter, though, does it? This was a pound from B&M, or Poundland, I think that was. Can you see that's on there now? And I'm going to work quite quickly here. The smell of this stuff is foul. It's really getting up my nostrils. Could be onto a bit of a winner with the old brush. Obviously, there's a little bit too much on this side, but this side there's too much on now. But this side, it's starting to get to where I want to be. Do you know what I mean? Just that sort of that flush of colour, as if I've just run a marathon or swam the Atlantic or something like that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty pleased with that. So I guess what we'd have to do in future is to itchy head now. What's up with? I haven't got fleas. I've just had a lovely hot bath. It's one of the cleanest men you will ever know. But what perhaps I should have done was just to, you know, gone in there and then done something like that, just to wipe the excess off the back of my hand. Put glasses on, have an inspection. Wow, loving this side. Not so keen on that side, because obviously where I dumped it on, as soon as my brush touched the skin, it put down loads of product and it started to bond with my skin immediately. However, I'm really liking this side. Wow. And it's not too purple anymore, is it? Now it's on these old chops of mine. Yep, I'll go and take another set of photos, and when I come back, should we try with a soaked sponge, and then we'll go in with the... IRL filter primer. Is that okay? Let's do that. So gorgeous ones. Here's the second set of photos. This one's me looking straight out of the window into natural daylight. Not spying on anyone today, so not. And sorry, this is the side, obviously when I'm looking into the camera, it's my right hand side which will appear left to you, which is the side which has got the dirty great big blob of lipstick, which we're going to use as a blush today. Other side is, sorry, this is me looking to the right. Other side is the more favourable side, the far more natural side. I'm quite pleased with the application though. The method using the brushes, this is me looking to the left. The using the brushes diffused the application a little bit, made it a little bit more airbrushed, a little bit more blurred, but we'll go in with that. This one's me holding the camera over my head. We'll try with a Soap Beauty sponge, shall we? Let's do that. So beautiful ones. What do you think? I think this side looks amazing, doesn't it? And there's none of that shimmer, which is what I wanted, because as I said before, a lot of these lipsticks and stuff do have shimmer in them. They're either really, really shimmery and really shiny, or they're really, really matte. There's not a lot in between. Whereas this one, do you know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I mean? Hope so, because often I never know what I mean. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Generally not. There's quite a few helicopters flying around Ely today for some unknown reason, so if I'm sat here with my quizzical brow raised like this, you know, doing my disdainful look a little bit later on, you know why. So guys, phase 3 is to get yourself a damp or soaking wet. In fact, I'll just pop it into my jug here. Oh bugger, water's gone everywhere, it doesn't matter, that's only water, isn't it? Just so you know, it is soaking wet now. And again, I'll apply some of him onto the back of that hand. Let me just do that there and I'll show you that now. Obviously I'm not an octopus, haven't got a million arms. Wish I did sometimes. So this is the one we'll be using this time. And I don't really know how I'm going to do this, because obviously I'm ad-libbing here quite a lot, or doing it, just squeeze some of the water out of that one. Doing this on the go, or what am I talking about? So yeah, right, okay, let's get some of him on to sponge. And this might not work, guys, because obviously, there we are, can you see that? Let's work quite quickly again. Right, it's not putting down any product at all. Well, I suppose it is a little bit. Very, 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 very sheer and very natural. Wow. And I guess you could just build it up, couldn't you? Wow, can you see that? It's bonded with my skin, and it's changing again. It's changing the nature of the product, and we're actually making a new product by adding water into the equation. I'll get some on this side as well, just so we're nice and equal. Are you all okay, Buddha? Sorry, I haven't asked you that today, have I? Remiss of me, but I'm always thinking of you, beautiful ones. I am. So again, let's go in with just a corner this time. A bit more of him on, and because it's got the fixing agents in it, it won't be the smoothest application or application in the world, and this time it is just diffusing the product, and it's not putting loads down in one fell swoop, is it? Wow, I'm really loving this. So try and focus your attention on the apples of your cheeks, but obviously to get that ultra natural look, you need to bring it up a little bit, because it's not just the apples of the cheeks which are which glow, is it? Or blush, whatever. Right, just let that dry just for a few minutes, and my fan is on me. But wow, can you see the shine it's giving my? It's almost made the blush look like it's part of my skin, hasn't it? It has. It so has, because you've got the colour, my skin, then the colour, then the shine on top, and the combination of all three of those gives the illusion of it being my natural blush. Wow. I could actually go out looking like this now. I could, you know, I mean, I'm one of those men who doesn't like to go out with, I just thought my curtain was open. I'm not one of those men that likes to go out with loads and loads and loads of makeup on, and people walk past and think, my goodness, that man's got a foot thick, deep application of makeup on his face. So this would be ideal for me. And now it has dried. And can you see it's, you can see the shine on top, can't you? That line of light. Wow, it's just bonded with my skin, and as I said, it's just amazing. Just falling for this stuff big time. Wow. Okay, And before it sets down, guys, it's really, really important. Can you see that area? Just the camera might not pick it up, but I've missed a little bit just here. So what I'll do is I'll just get the remnants of that one, and there's not very, I mean, it's obviously bonded to my hand now, but that might be enough just to fix the area there. And this is why you've got to work so quickly once you, there we go, that's mended that, hasn't it? Sorry, my mum's just Skyped me. She's after me again, guys, I'm in trouble. No, I'm not, I'm so not. Those days are gone, thankfully. Not the black sheep of the family anymore. I was for quite a long time. No, I wasn't kidding. Right. Wow. Loving it, absolutely falling for this. And that was £10-15, I think. Ultra concentrated. And as I said, that will last you months and months and months, possibly even years. But wow. Okay. I'll go and take a third, is it third or fourth set of, I don't know, I'm not keeping count. If anyone's late, do you know what I mean? I'll go and take a set of photos, and when I come back, we'll try mixing this one and this one together, and hopefully they might be able to give us a new product which we can then apply with fingers, but it might not work, it might work. We'll play around with it, shall we? Silly Smiles back again, grinning like the Cheshire Cat, because this stuff is gorgeous. Wow. Right, okay, so this one's me looking out of the window, and you just basically can't see it. You can't see it because it has bonded with my skin, as I said, and it's given the illusion of just having, you know, just come in from the cold. Here's me looking to the right. Here's me looking to the left. And finally holding the camera above my head. And you see, that's why it's such a good idea to play around with makeup. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously this one, straight out of the pot or the cartridge onto this face, it grabbed instantly, didn't it? And it was hard to move around. Then we tried it with the highlighter brush or the blush brush. That diffused it a little bit more, didn't it? But then going in with the soaked beauty blender, it has just, or the soaked sponge, because it's not a beauty blender, it's just a sponge. In fact, it's my my Facefinity compact out of the powder compact foundation. That's going to take a bit of washing, but hey, we might be able to get it back. Might just go out and buy a new set of sponges. Well, then they don't cost the earth, do they, guys? No, they don't. But what do you think? Gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Wow, I'm so chuffed, guys. Right, should we see if we can make a new product out of these two? I'm just going to go and clean up a little bit and get rid of that off there, and fingers as well, and maybe just tidy up the old face as well. Back in 2 shakes. Right, gorgeous one. So you'll need a silicone-based primer, and this one is the Revolution IRL Skin Primer. This is one of the skin filters, sorry, this is one of those blurring ones. And it might not work, guys, but we'll certainly give it a fair try, shall we? So let's get 1.5 pumps. There's loads of product there, way too much, but again, this is for demonstration purposes. So, and what we're aiming to do here is to just, as I said, to create a new product and to shear that one out totally so that we can just use it, you know, because obviously it does take a little bit of work, doesn't it, to get the old the look with the soak sponge. However, I think it's worth, you know, it's worth the effort, don't you? So just apply those two together. So it blends together really seamlessly, and it's simply as well, which is nice, because I thought that perhaps and I'll just put a little bit of that on there. My mum's Skyping me again. I've probably done something else wrong, which I shouldn't have done. Okay. Wow. That is amazing. Obviously, there's loads of product on there now, but you know, you don't have to just stop at your cheeks. You could maybe put some on the bridge of your nose. And because we're mixing in with a silicone primer, a silicone-based product, basically, it'll mattify the skin as well as shearing out the formulation. And it doesn't dry immediately. So just by blending it in with silicone, it gives you a few minutes just to play with the stain, so that, you know, you can get it in the right place before it sets down, which is good. So put a little bit above my eyebrows. Blend him in. And it's just added a really, where's my J-cloth? Oh, it's in the bath. I'm not to go and get it in a minute. I always need a J-cloth. It's given my skin a really pretty sort of pink glow, hasn't it? Wow, I'm so pleased, so chuffed, because out of this one, We have now made, what, 3 or 4 different products? We have. And that will, after about 3 or 4 minutes, it would suddenly bond with the skin and it won't move. Although by applying the silicones into the formula or into our own recipe or our DIY version of basically, you know what I'm trying to say, we've allowed it to be able to move it so we can get it in exactly the right place before that one sets down. But wow, I'm so pleased. Okay, I'll go and take a final set of photos and then should we look at the website and then we'll close. Is that okay? I guess what you could do, guys, is go and get yourself one of those, you know, those tiny little plastic pots you can get, I should say. Just, you know, apply 3 or 4 pumps of this into there or fill the pot up and then go in with some of this one. You mix it together, use a wooden spatula or something like that, and then you'd have your pot of really natural looking, long lasting blush for ages. And that you would use just such a small amount of this one. Something like this will last you ages and ages and ages. So beautiful ones. Here's the final set of photos. This one's me looking straight out of the window into natural daylight. Oh, I waffle. Getting tired of waffling and dribbling. This one's me looking to the right. This one's me looking to the left. Holding the camera above my head. And that's it, guys. I'm just so thrilled because that looks so natural, doesn't it? And you wouldn't think a lip stain for your entire face. Just looks like I've just come in from the cold. Do you know what I mean? Sat down next to my roaring log fire, a cup of steaming cocoa in hand, dog on lap. Getting carried away now, aren't I? Haven't even got a dog, but hey ho. Right, shall we have a look at the website? So beautiful ones. Here's the website. This is the Maybelline.co.uk website, and this stuff is called Superstay Vinyl Ink Longwear Liquid Lip Colour. So it is a lip colour, although I didn't know that at the time. It does look like one though, doesn't it? Again, I'll put screenshots here so you don't have to watch me waffling. How many shades are there? All shades. It looks like there's about 10 shades. Okay, I'll read the about part now. Meet Superstay Vinyl Ink Longwear Liquid Lip Colour for budge-resistant vinyl colour and up to 16-hour wear. Okay, well, I could do a wear test on another day. I won't do it now, though. This Longwear Lipsticks colour lock formula defies smudging and transfer and provides an instant shine finish. Yeah, no, it was quite shiny, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess it was. A little bit patchy when we saw that, didn't we? Shake before applying on clean, dry lips. Available in 10 vinyl shades. So, I forgot to shake it though, didn't I? Oh, bugger. There's one of those little balls in there or something. So perhaps that's why it was just so patchy. This is the inherent danger of doing blind reviews, because you find out afterwards why something didn't work. Do you know what I mean? And you haven't been doing it properly. Should we move on to benefits? Let's do benefits. Shake up your longwear with Superstay Vinyl Ink. This liquid lip colour delivers no budge saturated vinyl colour and up to 16-hour wear. That's good. Its colour lock formula defies smudging and transfer. Swipe the formula across your lips and enjoy an instant shine and all-day colour. I can believe that as well. I really can. I mean, you saw how that was on the back of my hand. And the J-cloth, it just didn't budge, did it? Available in 10 high-impact vinyl shades for your every lip look. That's good. From poppy brights to saturated red tones and even the perfect everyday neutrals. Express yourself with Maybelline Longwear Lip Colour. So now we'll move on to how to apply, guys. Shake for at least 5 seconds before applying. Apply as you normally would to clean, dry lips and let fully dry. So the reason I was chuckling there is the fact that if I hadn't have done a blind review and had read the instructions first, I'd have known that you're supposed to shake it first. However, I think that we've got the most out of this one. Shall I tell you how much it costs as opposed to me waffling? I need to go to I ought to go to the Boots website. £11.99 in Boots. So I'll just show you him. It takes a little bit of time to load. The Boots one does, but hey ho. You can see that loading, can you? And there, the price, it says £11.99. Wow. So in today's tutorial, guys. Get it right, man. Okay, sorry. In today's tutorial, guys, we have had a close inspection of the Maybelline New York Superstay Vinyl Liquid Lip ink in shade Unrivalled. We tried it first straight out, but not on the lips, as a blush or a cheek stain. Straight out of the cartridge, it was just too claggy and a little bit too, it dried too quickly basically, because Mr. here didn't shake it first. If I'd have shaken it first, it probably would have gone on much better. Then we tried it with my blush brush, didn't we? That looked a little bit better, although it still tended to clump a little bit. Then we went in and soaked the beauty sponge, or just the dense sponge, and it just transformed it, didn't it? It made my skin look amazing. It really, really did. It made the blush look as if it was actually part of my skin as opposed to sitting on top of my skin. And then finally we mixed it with a silicone-based primer, just to dilute it down, and that looked amazing too. In fact, it's still on this old face now. And what I'll do is, when I'm out and about in town, because I'm addicted to Sainsbury's brie and cranberry sandwiches at the minute, I'm going to go and have one of those for tea tonight. So I need to go down to Sainsbury's, and whilst I'm out, I might just do a little bit of filming so you can see how this one looks in natural daylight. But I'll mark this out of 10 quickly. So the canister, or the cartridge itself, 10 out of 10. I think that looks really, really, really... Sorry. Oh, Butterfingers is back, got babes. What's wrong with me today? Please help me, guys. 10 out of 10. Cartridge looks classy with the embossed vinyl word written on the front, and the colours, the fact that the colour reflects of the shade of the lip stain inside, or the lip ink inside, is another big benefit. So yeah, that's definitely going to get 10 out of 10. Formulation, I didn't shake it, so I think it would be unfair of me to take any marks off applying it to the face straight out of the cartridge without shaking it. So I'm going to give it 10 out of 10 because I fell for this stuff. It's just gorgeous. Price £11.99. Wow, that's going to last you years. I mean, we're using such small amounts of that, aren't we? Possibly a thousandth or even a 10,000th. I can't do the maths, but it's going to last you a long time, put it that way. But that's it for today, beautiful ones. If you enjoyed today's review/tutorial, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow as well by commenting and liking and subscribing. So if you could please do subscribe as well if you want to be kept abreast of when I'm releasing new videos, which is pretty regularly. Hit the notifications button to all, and all it remains is for me to wish you gorgeous ones a beautiful Monday. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Right, beautiful ones, this is me out and about in Ely, and can you see how natural and glowing my skin is, particularly here and here? It just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And that will last all day. And we've just shared the formulation right down, and we've basically created a new product, haven't we? Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Lots of love. See you all soon. Take care.